Friends, Canadians, poetry lovers, lend me your ears. We are here tonight to praise Barbara Elizabeth Mercer and help her launch her 9th volume of poetry, A View From Cabbagetown, at this wonderful setting of the Arts and Letters Club in this great hall. So let's get started. Barbara invited 3 friends to contribute a poem to her new collection. I take great pleasure to introduce the playwright, Lucy Brennan.
I have 2 short poems. The first one is called Idyll, and it describes an evening in Greece on a holiday years ago. Outdoors, in the little courtyard, they are playing a Boccherini minuet. We are seated, not touching. Notes fall, leaves lift in a soft breeze. The skirts of the shadow dancers swirl. And then another old-fashioned one called tea trays. China cups, lace doilies, cucumber sandwiches, and great-grandmothers holding the past in the tips of their fingers.
Beautiful, Lucy.
So it appears I'm second on the list. My work is entitled Youth the Artist. I take a brush to the canvas and liberate a space in which I project my solitude. With a dauntless stroke, I fire a glow in the heart of my soul. Dreams and fantasies invade on the fringe of creation, announcing a discovery of an unknown continent, the capture of the instantaneous. Points of views shift, rearranging the visual field. In time, an idea explodes into wild colors, and I acquire my independence. And finally, the archivist, Leon Wormski.
I'm sure everybody here, most people love Paris, and so my poem deals with that subject. I will have the one more day before the car takes me away to see my lady fair sitting on a cafe chair along the Boulevard de Montparnasse. I will walk the pavement there, and the cafe will be there, and I will have one more drink. The coffee strong and black as ink, and I will see the green buses of the Metro go, either fast or either slow. Yes, I will have the one more day to go back to that cafe, and then I awake and blink. Damn. It was all a dream, I think. Thank you.
As you can see, we have music this evening, so to tell us all about it, I introduce Phil Ogeson.
Thank you very much. I have a little thing prepared here. It won't be long, I promise. It's not very poetic. However, I'll do my best. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is our distinct honor to have been asked to provide atmospheres for this evening. Poetry by Barbara Elizabeth Mercer. I'm Phil Ogeson, and this is my partner over here to right, Jeff Howard. And the music of Amoeba Starfish represents some of the very latest in digital music technology combined with our real-world experiences in traditional music. Jeff and my collaborations span more than 2 decades in various genres. It is our hope that these atmospheres will enhance your enjoyment of this wonderful poetry by Barbara. Thank you.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Cabbagetown, Barbara Elizabeth Mercer.
We're going to let you hear some of the introduction of the music first. And this is 4 river songs of my life. River songs of my life. First river, Grand River, baby. You felt so alone, the river took you in its arms, traveling to find a new home. River did not explain rapids along the way, carried you through the gorge, tooth of time. You almost lost your way. Grand River, baby, is finally here to stay. Love and the river steered you the right way, believed in you, protected you, took you to the sea of your imagination. You are the child of the Grand River, baby. Hudson River, baby. New York, New York. Away from Canada. Lifetime grand adventure. Study, working, learning. Struggling to survive. Peanut butter, toast, coffee. Top floor tenement, 22nd Avenue. Bellevue Hospital at end of street. Antique reproductions, fabulous fakes, sculpture, paintings, drawings, Rembrandt. Metropolitan Museum, Gramercy Park, Washington Square, O. Henry's Restaurant, Central Park, Soul Gallery, romance. Standing on the bridge, watching flowing by, time speeding, Hudson River, baby. Rouge River, baby, brought you to life along its banks. You settled, nestled in a dream, but it was only a stream, only a dream, only a moment in the scheme of the Rouge River, baby. You skied along its banks in frosty moonlight nights, hoping you were going the right way. You were going upstream, against the flow, until you realized you must go away from the Rouge River, baby. Dawn River, baby, Cabbagetown, November 29th, 2010. Little did you know the path that would flow to a place where you had space to grow along the banks of the Dawn River, baby. Little did you know the rivers of the Grand, the Hudson, the Rouge would hasten you along with their compelling songs to the banks of the Dawn River, baby. Now you are here to stay. You have crossed the bridge of spring's swollen flow in the spectrum's mystical rainbow, to be held in the arms in ultimate, intimate love, rooted in Cabbagetown. Dawn River, baby. Listening, learning to listen quietly, egoless, open, accepting, listening to the music of life, cries, strife, tremblings, sweet, bittersweet, colors of life, earth, sounds, rhythms, of nature humming, breathing, singing, listening to signs, songs in isolation, which guide heartbeats without preconceived notions, brainwashed conclusions, listening to feelings, warnings, protections, feeling vibrations, empathy, deep in the souls of the living, the dead, sorting out cacophony to find the right path, understanding to follow fearlessly, to listening. Composers. I wrote this for these wonderful composer musicians, Phil Ogeson, Jeff Howard, creating magic, Phil, guitarist, synthesist, and Jeff, percussionist, and so many things. I don't know how to describe them. Super technician as well. Anyway, I've fallen in love with both of them, so don't be jealous. You're jealous? Too bad, baby. Okay, this is what I wrote for them. Composers. There are composers whose compositions cover all situations with varied postulations. Their fingers are fleet, at any keyboard. They find a seat making soundscapes of poetry. Passionately, tenderly, ebony keys, ivory keys, from deep bass to bell-like treble, makes one tremble. You will be lucky to meet these composers, as they are rarely at home, though you may find them wandering the world, strolling imaginations, receiving blessings from the muses. These clever composers really exist, are not a myth, but really remarkable composers. A Magus. Is there a Magus in your life? Or has there ever been one? Do you know a Magus now? Well, I do. Is there magic all around you? In the early morning mists? In the full moon on its way to light the sky? Stars winking, blinking, and never say goodbye. Do you see the rainbow after refreshing us with storm, rushing out to get a glimpse before its fleeting presence? Do you hear birds singing, trees whispering, seas rolling, rivers flowing? Feel the cosmos tingling, flowers blooming, bells ringing. Do you hear the children's laughter in the music they perform? Cats purring, dogs barking, sniffing, clicking their paws on their way to a run in their park. Unleashed and free to be what they are. Well, I do. There is forever. The magician, sorcerer, creating goings-on, richness of life. Is there in your life a Magus? Storm. August 24th, 2011. Night. Fiercest storm in memory. Thunder trembled the earth, loud, roiling, threatening. Lightning intruded, penetrating windows, mirrors, doors, ceilings, walls, floors. Lingering. Long, jagged, fat ropes, skeletal fingers veins in belly of sky, delivering birth of storm, bursting, attacking, sea and tower, thrusting, blinking, striking hundreds of times, our world, as far as we could see, sky lighted ominously, wind, rain pounding, my skylights, red bricks shuddering, while I watched with amazement, awe. Tried not to be frightened, planned what I would take with me to basement. There were tornado warnings in Toronto. Advice on how to prepare for survival of fiercest storm in memory. Thunder trembled the earth, loud, roiling, threatening. Lightning intruded, penetrating windows, mirrors, doors, ceilings, walls, floors, lingering. Long, jagged, fat ropes, skeletal fingers, veins in belly of sky, delivering birth of storm, bursting, attacking, CN tower, thrusting, blinking, striking hundreds of times, our world as far as we could see. Sky lighted ominously, wind, rain pounding my skylights, red bricks shuddering, while I watched with amazement, awe. Tried not to be frightened, planned what I would take with me to basement. There were tornado warnings in Toronto, advice on how to prepare for survival of fiercest storm in my memory. Wobbly Tooth. Was this wobbly tooth reflecting life around me, telling me, be careful, be mindful of what you eat, what you say, what others do, say? Have respect for a wobbly tooth's intuition. Its departure I put off for months, not wishing to have it extracted, leave a space by a torture inflicting unknown dentist apprentice. As I sat dunking a piece of bread, soaking it in milk, then sucking on it for nourishment, longing for steak, until I forgot, chomped down, felt the pain. Pounds began to melt away. Clothes became larger. Grocery bills smaller. Saving up for a new tooth installer. Almost overnight, new wardrobe in sight. The expense of fright. Final resolution, let this wobbly tooth go its own way. Let the tooth fairy have it for a wobbly tooth heaven. Another life lesson from, of all things, a wobbly tooth. Red Admiral Butterfly, April 19th, 2012. Red Admiral Butterfly, why are you here so early? Frost is still around, threatening to destroy new life, new plantings, tender shoots. You are looking for nectar in waves of joyous color. Will my few violets, so small and fragile, keep you alive? Will my periwinkles, little blue jewels, the only flowers in my jungle gardens? You play hide and seek with me, darting around my head, garden terrace deck in the sky. The gray bandit cat hiding, waiting stealthily, teasing, revealing his whereabouts for all birds to see. With amazing energy, swiftly, beautifully, you are almost full grown. Have you traveled many miles to reach Cabbagetown? I am happy to see your brilliant colors, my annual callers. I try not to fret at your demise, Red Admiral Butterfly. Snail Love Darts, May 14th, 2012. Early this morning, while retrieving newspaper from front doorstep, after a sudden downpouring of rain, an amazing, delightful event. Snails covering only my sidewalk. Had it rained snails? Could it be they were trying to make contact with each other, with me, with their love darts? Their mating courtship, yes, I looked them up, snail mythology, they have a love dart shaped like a spear. They try to embed the dart in prospective amours by shooting a dart or arrow so that they will have offspring, wanting to protect them from being trod on. I plucked each one, placing them in moist periwinkle carpeted garden amidst the blue jewel blossoms. A proper place for courtship, to shoot snail love darts. Sisyphus Soup, Friday, February 3rd, 2012. The Arts and Letters Club of Toronto. We all stood in line waiting to be served the soup, ladled into white bowls from the huge silver soup pot. By the tall Sisyphus, using his hands to encourage the vapors to waft up into his realm. Spoons on the side, we viewed the mostly white, dotted with yellow corn, green peas, thick with protein, in perfectly presented alignment. Then we wended our ways to our respective seats to slurp up, eat up, at the long wooden tables in the great hall, to be grateful for nourishment of Sisyphus Soup. Yum. Let me enchant you. Let me lure you. Take my hand. We shall walk into my cool green garden, abundant with dreams, imaginings, longings, abundant with soft sounds of summer, warm zephyrs caressing our smooth skin, floating, filtering, shimmering, singing, leaves, velvet, verdant shadings above us. Alizarin crimson cardinal serenading our pleasure. Ancient trees in fullest finery, singing clear crystal fountain, lending music to sweet summer's wonder, casting diamonds, pearls on gently rippling water, fingers touching keys of joy, refreshing, cooling, fires of desire, calming, verdant, voluptuous, honey locust feathery fans caressing our thoughts. Come lie with me on soft down, pungent, mossy earth. Be with me. No one can see beneath our enchanted canopy. Fragrant, whispering evergreens, let me enchant you. Take my hand. We shall walk into my cool, green garden. Be with me. Surrender to what lies hidden. Deep within, ardently questioning hearts, until smiling moon and stars depart. Soft-soled slippers, waiting for us, welcoming when we return home, inside the front door, to slip into with pleasure, sensually, sensationally, comfortingly. As we leave off our daily roughness, aggressive, hard-souled, striding, posturing, to impress, intimidate those who would interfere with our single-minded purposes, where we leave our hard-souled street work boots, shoes on the mat, where we enter a quiet, considerate domain, our home, our home, our home. We are home. No one's home but our own, where noisy, pounding, galloping, racing intrusion does not echo through thin walls, on bare as bone wooden stairs, where bare wood is respected, where others' rest is not disturbed, where we can tread softly, soothing rest away from others, pressing favors, We are grateful for our very own home. As children, some were taught the value of soft-soled slippers. Frost, October 30th, 2011. Frost, October 30th, 2011. There is frost on the pumpkins this morning. Carved pumpkins with Jack Frost hats, ready to scare trick-and-treaters. Tomorrow, All Saints' Eve, frost on rooftops of Cabbagetown. Jack Frost danced through the night, making his happy art. He has waited long to impress his frosty view of creation. His breath spreading beautiful, mysterious, mystical designs of Old Norse creation myth, Odin's birth. The sun is up, frost illuminating the way for our imaginations to explore with fascination, awe, wonders of nature, wonders of frost. Ageless and unlimited. Ageless and unlimited is our mantra. Refusing to be cast in the mold of the discarded, the old, we have ageless experience, which we are told we can share with others if we have not sold, and we are bold, refusing to be limited by wabi-sabi, by our years of imperfections, seen in others' fears, objections. We have become ageless and unlimited. Freedom to speak, to celebrate our thoughts, our talents honed, polished to the bone, repeatedly, reflecting our vitality as we peer into our lives of activity, as we joyfully taste the marrow with an elongated spoon, the protein of our survival. We are not in denial. We are free to be ageless and unlimited. Damn it. Leap year, February 29th, 2012. Leap year has arrived again, when in times past every lass could propose marriage to a recalcitrant, a man she thought would be a good provider, an amazing lover. On bended knee as Saint Bridget, asked for the hand of St. Patrick. The lackey slacky thought he hold the key to eternity. He fled in fright into the night. A lackey night, a lucky night for St. Bridget, as it undoubtedly would have ended in a spectacular fidget. Leap year in our times when youthful maidens forced to relieve their parents' plight were allowed to make advances to young men at dances. Furtive glances suggested advances. Leapers took their chances on leap year night. Love curves its way through life, not angular, not straight arrows to the heart, but on the wind of chance. The fear of it makes some grumpy, grouchy, greedy, cross, angry, needy, cranky, demanding perfection, thrashing around in protective mode, remembering the hurt they suffered, the unrequited of the past. It gouges deep, closing off their hearts, wallowing in their misery, wounding others in their self-deception, not allowing for a fresh perception. The fun is gone. There is only deception. Then it is too late to change the first impression that may have been, for a moment in time, more than a grand illusion of love. CN Tower pen. The CN Tower is a pen, a writing pen of multifaceted impressions. It reaches for highest ideals. It writes on early morning mists. It writes on the sunrise with golden script. It writes on the night sky, reaching for the moon, reaching for the stars, with red, green, silver, gold, flashing flourishes, with delicate point dipped in the hopes and wishes of the multicolored city. It gathers my thoughts before dawn. It accepts my mantra, decodes, spreads in waves to the four corners of the cosmos, into the heavens, sings with full orchestral love poem, a concerto to the universe. The CN Tower is my inspiration, my landmark, my harbor, my golden pen. Some friends, the Carr Harrises, who live on Millington Street behind behind and alongside my house. And they had to leave, so they won't hear this, but here it is. Cleverest crow of Millington Street. While trundling my shopping buggy on my way home along Millington Street, Millionaires Row, suddenly a large black shiny crow flapping his wings, cawing loudly, demanded my attention, teasingly. Look at me. I am at the top of the Millington Middle House, on the roof. Watch me. Look what I have found in my private treasure, securely protected in an eave trough. I will pick it up in my beak. Look, it is gold, flashing in sunlight. Could it be a gold Dunhill lighter? Are you not amazed at my cleverness? Yes, I am, I replied, laughing, to the cleverest crow of Millington Street. Poison tastes good sometimes. Flaming. Light my awaiting flame dormant. Light my bonfire with passion of fallen curled life's lonely leaves in sheaves. Here is a match box for you. Strike a match on its sandpaper side. Cup it in your hands gently, so wind cannot extinguish the flame. Here is the kindling, dried, brittle, saved. Let it settle tenderly into leaves. Watch the bursting flames, smell the wafting aroma, clouds of smoke, curlicues of autumn's burning, of burning hopes and wishes sent into blind blue faith. The frothy distant shores, see the colors, red, orange, yellow, gold. Hear the crackling, feel the vibration, feel the music of hopeful autumn's flaming. Pendulum. Good morning, pendulum. I hear your clicking, ticking. I hear your whirring. It is a song. I hear your buzzing in both ears, cheering me on. Which way will you swing today? Will you be balanced on your string or golden chain, centered in a ring with miracles to bring, moving from side to side, never scoring the surface, darkness and light safely above, fear and flight, peace then war, taking me to the heights, then plummeting my naivete in gravity. Forevermore, Or will you explore the edges of my world, twirling me around on frenzied ground in my imagination, ever expanding, ever learning, struggling, releasing the preconceived to understanding, as you have always done before? I am willing, I am open. Good morning, Pendulum. This one will shock some people, I think. But you're all my friends, so maybe it won't shock you anyway. Crime of writing poetry. Yes, I am guilty. I admit freely the crime of writing poetry when I do not know the proper forms, when I am most uneducated. Yes, I am guilty. Please forgive me. Have mercy. Make my sentence humane. Do not shun me, in that I cannot stop the flow of words which demand my recognition, my cognition, my ignition, to light the sparking explosion. Words which give a description allow me no hesitation, demand personification, do not wish to be hidden under my hats of disguise, rotation, but awakened with full body formation, whole and as complete as if they were heard to speak. Yes, I am guilty of the crime of writing poetry. Please do not sue me. Driver, take me to No Frills. I need a hot dog. Something which reminds me of summer, festival afternoons, listening to the band in Riverdale Park. Sitting in the front row, eating a hot dog. Juicy embellishments spilling from both ends. Golden mustard, emerald green sweet pickle relish, iridescent glowing shimmering onions, to the sounds of papa, brass tubas, French horns, flutes, children's laughter, my laughter, fragrances of many barbecues, steaming, smoke rising in joyous configurations, wafting over Cabbagetown. I need the simplicity of a hot dog, of childhood wonder, awe, freedom to dance, not caring who is watching or listening. So, driver, take me to No Frills, where I will buy the ingredients to remind me of summer festival afternoons, listening to the band in Riverdale Park. I'm sure you'd all like to go and have a hot dog.
We've known each other a long, long time.
You were magnificent.
Okay, let's party.
Yeah, let's get into the wine.
Barbara's found out what it's like to be in a rock and roll band and hang out in the alleyways.
Oh yeah, they took me to the alley.
So she's official now.
Just say I'm with the band.
I'm with the band. Believe it or not,